I know that feeling all too well. You see a sleek base unit on a product page, think this will finally replace my clunky kitchen countertop mixer. And then when it finally arrives you discover it's either underpowered for the job you had in mind or just doesn't fit comfortably on your prep space. I've spent a lot of time scrolling through forums and reading the handful of reviews that actually exist for this kind of commercial-style blender base, and I'm going to walk you through why the wearing base unit for CB15 blenders might be the sweet spot for some, while others should definitely keep looking. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about the kind of setup most people who buy a separate base unit actually have. Usually you already own the CB15 blending jar, the 30-ounce container that comes with a motor shaft and blade assembly, and you're looking for a more permanent home for it. The idea is to take that portable jar and pair it with a sturdier base that can handle higher volumes and more frequent use. In a home kitchen, that often translates to making large batches of soups, smoothies, or nut butters without pulling out a separate countertop blender every time. In a small CAF or a food prep business, the goal is to replace a noisy, overtaxed countertop unit with something that can run all day, 3 speeds, with less vibration. The wearing base is built around a heavy-duty 33/4 HP direct drive motor, which is a mouthful of numbers, but what it really means is you get a solid amount of torque right at the shaft. For most home users, that's more than enough to crush ice, blend frozen fruit, or make a thick peanut butter without stalling. Now, the first practical strength I've noticed is the 3-speed motor control. The electronic keypad feels surprisingly responsive, even after a week of heavy use. You can dial in a low speed for gentle stirring, a medium speed for smoothies, and a high speed for those tough, frozen mixes. The way the speed increments are spaced makes sense for most recipes. You don't have to guess whether you're at medium, high, or high. In a real-world scenario, I ran a test batch of a frozen mango lime smoothie. The low setting was too slow, but the medium setting pulverized the fruit beautifully, and the high setting gave it a frothy texture without overprocessing. That kind of precise control isn't always offered on cheaper base units that simply have low, high toggles. Another real-world benefit comes from the 1-gallon stainless steel container that sits on top of the base. The container's 2 handles make it easy to lift the whole assembly on and off the counter, which is useful if you need to move it for cleaning or if your kitchen layout forces you to store it under a cabinet. The rubberized lid helps create a seal, so you can blend for a few minutes without worrying about splatter. The stainless steel also means you won't be dealing with the plastic odors that sometimes linger in cheaper models. That said, there are a couple of hidden trade-offs you should be aware of before you click Add to Cart. The base unit itself weighs a solid 30+ pounds. If you have a small apartment or a cramped kitchen island, you'll need to dedicate a permanent spot to it. The unit isn't portable in the sense of being easy to move from room to room, it's more of a set-it-and-forget-it appliance. Also, the 3-speed control is electronic, which is great for smooth adjustments, but it does mean you're dependent on a power source. If you experience a power outage in the middle of a batch, you'll have to reset the unit and start over. There's no manual dial to keep the motor running. For a home user who wants a backup plan for a power glitch, that could be a minor annoyance. Who should buy this? If you already own the CB15 blending jar, or you're looking to upgrade an existing high-capacity blender set, the wearing base unit is a logical next step. It's especially well-suited for anyone who makes large batches on a regular basis. Think weekly meal prep, batch smoothies for a family, or a small side hustle selling fresh juices. The direct drive motor's torque and the 3-speed control give you enough flexibility to handle everything from soft soups to gritty nut butter without frequent motor strain. The 3-year motor warranty also adds some peace of mind if you plan on using it heavily. On the flip side, if you're just looking for a one-off blender for occasional smoothies, or you don't already have the compatible CB15 jar, you're probably better off buying a full all-in-one countertop blender. The base unit alone won't give you the jar, blade, or any of the accessories you need to actually blend anything. Also, if countertop space is at a premium, the sheer size and weight of this unit might make it a poor fit. Those living in tiny studios, or anyone who prefers a portable, single-container solution should skip.